Hey, everybody, it's Cindy, the Midlife Makeover Coach. And I wanted to thank you so much for being a listener of the Midlife Makeover podcast over the last couple of years. I recorded 206 episodes and then suddenly stopped, like late of 2024. And I did that because I felt a transition coming on. I felt like my own midlife makeover continuing in kind of in the professional area of my life. And so I took some time off from the podcast, from recording podcasts, to contemplate what my next phase of business was going to look like. And although I have continued my group coaching program for women in midlife, and of course, I have my biggest project that I'm proud of in my season as the Midlife Makeover Coach, my Midlife Makeover Method book, which is an Amazon bestseller and still available there, and really is a ton of coaching, personal coaching for you in a $20 book. So get a copy if you don't already have one. But anyway, that's one of my greatest accomplishments, and ways to help hopefully everyone who wants some support in the middle of their lives. And I was feeling a nudge within myself to do something a little different, but I wasn't sure what that was. And so, what's happened over the last several months is I've come to understand that I am driven to bring kindness as a strategy in all areas of our life. And so, my focus from this point on is going to be all about kindness. And so I've been working on the back end to write about kindness principles. I've studied all kinds of research around kindness when it's integrated into workplaces, schools, our communities, and also really deep diving into kindness to self and kindness to others and what that actually means, what it looks like, and what it does to transform our lives. And so, what is going to happen next is I will be starting a brand new podcast called The Kindness Principles. And so, as someone who's listened to my work before, I want to invite you to that new podcast. And there's going to be all kinds of things going on there. There's going to be interviews with people about, how kindness has changed the trajectory of their lives, personally and professionally. I'm going to be teaching different kindness principles that I have been developing over the last several weeks and months. I've been collecting wonderful stories of kindness that just feel so good and are so inspirational, which I think offsets a lot of the things that we hear these days out there that can be depressing or stressful or scary or whatever. So I invite you to join me at the Kindness Principles podcast. And also, while you're looking for that, please note that I've also decided to drop my former name and go with my new legal name since I got married a couple years ago, which was also another stage in my own midlife makeover. My name is Cindy Smarsh. I kept the Cindy D. Whitmer name for business because I've authored 3 books in that name, and all my branding and everything was under that name. And there still are some corners in the digital universe where you can find me under that name, Cindy D. Whitmer, and that's fine. But from here on out, I'm going to go with Cindy Smarsh. So the podcast will be called The Kindness Principles Podcast with Cindy Smarsh. So I'd love to see you there. And I'm going to prove to you, just in case you don't already know, that kindness is more than just a virtue. It's actually a cultural strategy that empowers people to build and create meaningful lives and healthier relationships. and stronger organizations and a world where everyone can thrive. So that is the big, big goal. And I hope to see you there. Thank you so much.